Are you aware that certain daily routines, things that appear entirely harmless, could actually be speeding up the aging process? The truth is, many practices we came to depend on for efficiency or security can gradually diminish our overall health, mental acuity, and self-reliance as the years go by. Yet, these topics are rarely brought up, and by the time we recognize the pattern, we might already be experiencing issues like stiffness, diminished energy, forgotten commitments, or feelings of disappointment. In this video, we will explore 6 habits you might want to reconsider after turning 70. The goal isn't to follow orders, but to understand how releasing these routines could open doors to a more active, assured, and satisfying life. These aren't fuzzy suggestions. They are common pathways many seniors find themselves on without full awareness. Adjusting them now could help you reclaim a sense of vitality. Stay with us, because you'll probably identify with some of these patterns and gain simple, actionable strategies you can implement starting today. Let's begin with the first habit: sidestepping muscle-strengthening activities. A frequent oversight after 70 involves believing it's safer to decelerate and lessen physical exertion. This might seem logical. Perhaps your joints feel less flexible, your balance isn't what it used to be, or lifting items heavier than a bag of groceries feels intimidating. Consequently, many older adults curtail their movement, assuming rest equates to safety. In reality, omitting strength-oriented activities is among the fastest routes to diminished freedom, physical competence, and autonomy. Muscles provide more than just force, they are vital for thriving. After 70, muscle weakening, sarcopenia, quickens unless we deliberately counteract it. This doesn't necessitate intense gym workouts or athletic training. It simply means maintaining the activity of your current muscles. Even minimal resistance, like using body weight, light weights, or elastic bands, offers substantial advantages. Consistency and intention are crucial. Every walk, every rise from a chair without assistance, every bag lifted, every overhead reach, your muscles enable these actions. Take Gilbert, 82. He avoided most exercises after a minor fall made him fearful of injury. He preferred the couch and safe routines. However, a physical therapist helped him realize inactivity was causing more issues than movement. He started with basic, 5-minute strength exercises, standing from a chair without arm support, lifting soup cans, and practicing balance. Within 2 months, his legs felt stronger and his confidence grew. There's profound empowerment in intentional movement. It fosters self-respect and the assurance needed for daily tasks, like playing with grandchildren knowing you can get back up. This freedom doesn't demand hours daily. Consistent, simple movements can counteract time's effects. Muscle loss often goes unnoticed initially, manifesting subtly: breathlessness, difficulty with stairs, needing arm support to stand. Addressing it early is easier. It's never too late. The key is deciding that maintaining strength outweighs taking it easy. If you find this information helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing to Old Age Wisdom for more content designed for vibrant aging. The second habit involves eating as you did decades earlier. A common pitfall for those over 70 is maintaining old dietary patterns. The same portion sizes, meal timings, and familiar comfort foods. It feels routine and perhaps worked well for years. However, your body operates differently than it did 30 years prior. Your metabolism has likely slowed, digestion might be less efficient, and your nutritional needs have evolved. Yet, many continue eating based on habit rather than genuine hunger, a quiet pattern potentially leading to weight gain, low energy, and fluctuating blood sugar levels. The fact is, post-70, every meal's quality is more critical. While you may require less food overall, your body needs more specific nutrients, nutrient-rich, easily digestible foods supporting bones, brain health, and stamina. This suggests reducing large servings of heavy meats, refined carbohydrates, or processed items, favoring smaller, balanced meals abundant in fiber-rich vegetables, lean protein, healthy fats, and hydrating fruits. The aim isn't deprivation, but rather nourishing your body according to its present requirements. Consider Scarlett, 75, who hadn't scrutinized her eating habits: 3 ample meals daily. Gradually, she noticed post-dinner bloating, afternoon energy dips, and tighter clothing. Her doctor gently suggested smaller portions, more vegetables, and tuning into her body's fullness signals. In under a month, she not only shed some weight, but also felt more alert, slept better, and experienced surprising emotional equilibrium. This isn't about restrictive dieting, but making slight, wise adjustments. Just as your footwear changes over time, so should your eating habits. Maturity brings wisdom, including making smarter food choices. Eating slightly less isn't self-denial. It's intelligently providing your body precisely what it needs, eliminating the surplus that burdens it. Mindful, balanced meals often result in enhanced energy, mental clarity, and mood stability. It's perfectly acceptable, and indeed, an act of self-care, to cultivate new eating habits now. You're building a healthier relationship with food, discovering what truly satisfies and fuels you best. The third habit to watch for is withdrawing from social connections. After 70, slipping into isolation can occur surprisingly easily and often unnoticed. You might venture out less, cancel plans more readily, or persuade yourself that home is preferable. Sometimes physical limitations are the cause, other times it's emotional. Feeling you have less to contribute, or perhaps others don't engage as they once did. So, you gradually retreat, telling yourself the quiet is pleasant. However, social isolation can profoundly impact your health. Loneliness isn't merely an emotion, it's a significant health risk factor. Research connects insufficient social interaction in older adults to increased depression, memory problems, and even higher chances of cardiac issues. The brain thrives on connection. When regular interactions diminish, the mind often turns inward, sometimes unhelpfully. Casual chats, shared moments of laughter, even brief phone calls act like mental exercises, keeping you sharp, emotionally steady, and reinforcing your sense of value. Let's look at Sylvia, 80, who slowly distanced herself from friends after her husband's passing. Initially seeking solitude, this stretched into years, clouding her thoughts and reducing motivation. Gently encouraged by her daughter, she tried a weekly senior yoga class. The surprising benefit wasn't the physical activity, but the human connection, pre-class laughter, post-class chats. It reignited her joy and vitality. Maintaining connection doesn't require joining numerous groups or attending boisterous events. Simple, consistent efforts count. Regular calls with a friend, neighborhood walks, community involvement, or even online groups sharing interests. These small interactions act as emotional nourishment, lifting spirits and reminding you you're not alone on this path. Greater connection often leads to a stronger, more balanced mind and body. Isolation might feel safe and familiar, but there's a crucial difference between enjoying solitude and disconnecting entirely. One rejuvenates, the other depletes. Your experiences, kindness, and humor enrich others' lives. Reaching out benefits you and reminds others they matter too. If our discussion resonates with you, perhaps now is a good moment to like this video or subscribe to Old Age Wisdom if you haven't already. Your support helps us create more valuable content. Number 4 is brushing off minor health issues. One of the riskier tendencies developing after 70 is dismissing small physical symptoms because they seem trivial or familiar. Slight lightheadedness, mild chest discomfort, or unusual tiredness. You might attribute it to aging, wanting to avoid fuss or doctor visits. However, ignoring these subtle cues can have severe repercussions, especially later in life when early detection is vital for prevention. As we age, our bodies might become more vulnerable, but they also communicate more insistently if we listen. Symptoms once easily dismissed might now signify something more significant. Minor ankle swelling could be a cardiac warning. Occasional forgetfulness might warrant closer attention. Delaying action makes treatment potentially more complex. Catching issues early isn't about inducing anxiety. It's about being prudent, retaining choices, and maintaining a sense of control, all invaluable assets. Consider Walter, 78, who viewed himself as tough and avoided doctors. He ignored worsening vision and foot tingling as normal aging. Only at his daughter's urging did he discover early-stage diabetes. Timely diagnosis allowed management through diet and exercise, but his doctor stressed that further delay could have led to irreversible complications. You are the foremost expert on your own body. When something feels different or unusual, take it seriously, not from fear, but from responsibility. Health concerns don't always announce themselves loudly. Some emerge quietly. Paying attention to these whispers becomes increasingly critical with age. Acting early facilitates quicker recovery, potentially fewer medications, and a better overall quality of life. Trust your intuition. If a healthcare professional seems dismissive, you have the right to ask more questions, seek another opinion, and advocate for your health. After a lifetime of caring for others, extend that same diligence to yourself. Number 5 is depending solely on memory instead of writing things down. A frequently overlooked habit after 70 is over-reliance on memory. Maybe you've always recalled birthdays, appointments, and medication schedules without reminders, and it worked fine for years. So, you continue mentally tracking schedules, reminding yourself about calls, or managing pills without notes. Herein lies the subtle danger. Memory functions differently with age. Leaning on it without backup can lead to minor errors escalating into significant problems. Missing a social engagement is one thing. Forgetting if you've taken essential medication is quite another, and it happens more often than acknowledged. Accidental double dosing or skipping doses, especially for crucial medications like those for blood pressure or diabetes, can cause serious health complications. However, writing things down isn't an admission of decline. It's a sign of being proactive and intelligent. It's a method to protect your well-being and reduce daily mental burden. Take Bill, 73, who prided himself on his sharp memory, managing finances and dates without calendars. After forgetting a specialist visit and missing morning medication twice, he recognized a change. Initially feeling embarrassed, he started using a simple notebook and phone alarms. He discovered he was not only more organized, but also less anxious, feeling as if a weight had been lifted. Our brains process vast amounts of information. It's normal for short-term recall to slow slightly over decades. This doesn't indicate a problem, but suggests your system could use support. Keeping notes, using a visible calendar, employing a pill organizer, or setting digital reminders are not signs of forgetfulness, but smart strategies for staying organized without solely taxing your memory. Many find it remarkably liberating to transfer tasks from mental loops to tangible systems. It reduces mental clutter, alleviates stress, and fosters greater confidence. Finally, number 6 is avoiding technology entirely. One of the most restrictive habits many over 70 adopt, often inadvertently, is completely disengaging from technology. Perhaps it seems too complex, past attempts felt overwhelming, or you've convinced yourself it's unnecessary. I don't need that. Too old to learn. Managed fine without it. While these thoughts offer temporary comfort, they quietly widen the gap between you and tools that could genuinely enhance your life, making things easier, safer, and more connected. Embracing technology doesn't mean mastering social media or acquiring every new gadget. It can be as straightforward as learning to text, using a voice assistant for reminders, or accessing health records online. These tools are not mere trends. They can be lifelines, helping manage prescriptions, connect with loved ones, summon help in emergencies, and find information instantly. Refusing to engage increases dependence on others. Louise, 79, used to rely on her daughter for checking appointments or refills. While her daughter helped, Louise felt increasingly dependent. Her grandson showed her basic calendar/reminder apps and the pharmacy website. It wasn't seamless initially, involving mistakes and doubt. Yet, within weeks, she managed these tasks independently, regaining a profound sense of capability. That's the core benefit: reclaiming independence, not mastering complex tech. Small technological successes accumulate: checking weather forecasts, reading messages, receiving medical alerts, joining virtual classes. These steps affirm your ability to adapt, learn, and remain engaged. Expertise isn't required, just curiosity and patient guidance. If you felt frustrated learning tech, release that feeling. Everyone starts somewhere. Giving yourself the chance to learn is what matters. Technology isn't an adversary of aging, it's a potent ally. Openness to it creates more possibilities. As we conclude, take a moment to reflect on these 6 habits: neglecting muscle strength, outdated eating patterns, social withdrawal, dismissing health signals, over-relying on memory, and avoiding technology. Which resonate with your own experience? After 70, life's landscape shifts, often without a clear guide. This makes it easy to fall into familiar routines that subtly erode health, independence, and peace of mind. But the empowering truth is, it's never too late to adjust your path. You don't need a massive overhaul overnight. Simply recognizing these potential pitfalls and taking one small step away from them can foster greater clarity, energy, and confidence. Whether it's incorporating gentle movement, modifying meals, reconnecting socially, or learning a new digital skill, you're not lagging. You're proactively shaping your future. Aging invites us to use our accumulated wisdom to create a life that feels lighter, more stable, and deeply fulfilling. These habits might seem minor, but each choice favoring your well-being affirms your value and potential. Thank you for spending time with us at Old Age Wisdom. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. What stood out to you? How might you apply one insight? Your voice enriches our community. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more uplifting content, and share it with others who might benefit. Your support enables us to continue this work. Thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you next time.